Welcome to Silicon Scoop, where we dive into the latest tech news impacting the world. Join John Irwin and the Startup Coach as they explore the tech news that matters to you. Stay ahead, stay informed, and now on with the show.
Forget the energy crisis and the glare of streetlights. What if the solution to lighting our cities were actually alive? The Chinese biotech just cracked the code on glowing plants that are 100 times brighter than anything we've seen, and it's turning our avatar fantasies into $1 trillion urban reality. So urban lighting might be going full biological. And I've been hearing these stories for years, but now it might be a reality considering these are 100 times brighter than anything that we're able to produce before. Magic Pen Bio has successfully gene edited over 20 plant species using firefly and fungal DNA to create self-sustaining glow-in-the-dark flora. These aren't just novelties, they're high iteration biological machines designed to replace ambient municipal lighting. This marks a pivot from tech that mimics nature to tech that mimics nature to tech that is nature. Sorry, it takes you a while to get your head around that. Potentially slashing urban electricity grids, carbon footprints, while creating living smart cities. What do you think about this, John?
I think this is cool because we keep talking about light pollution and all that sort of stuff. So the breakthrough is, as you talked about, it lies in bioluminescence engineering, which is the process of enabling organisms to produce light through chemical reactions. So think like fireflies, right? So in this case, scientists introduced genes from fireflies and luminous fungi into plant cells, which allows them to emit visible light continuously. And so they've already engineered more than 20 plant species, including common and ornamental plants like orchids, sunflowers, and chrysanthemums, which is kind of cool. And it's significant because it demonstrates that the technology is not limited to a single plant type. It can be generalized across species. So we could have a whole forest lit up at night, which is super cool, I think. Obviously, I don't know how much light it does emit, but we're seeing a shift towards systems that are more self-sustaining, environmentally integrated, low maintenance, and these glowing plants are an example of a bio-integrated infrastructure where nature can replace traditional hardware. I'm excited about this. What do you think about this? Are you excited?
I'm excited about this. I've been hearing about stuff like this for a while now. Sorry if you could hear that. I'm trying to share this tab instead. There we go. Trying to share this tab instead, which is showing the light plants. Anyway, I'm excited about this because it's super cool. And I think, moving this to more of a natural lighting instead of street lights and walking paths and even lights in your back garden, that just light up where you're walking. Think of the infrastructure that we don't necessarily need, and the construction that doesn't need to be dug up. And now, not only that, but the things that light your trees are, taking the carbon out of the air and giving us fresh oxygen, doing all these good things for us. So I'm really excited about it. Now, this was showcased in April this month for the Night Gardens program, and it's rolling out now. While specialized initial petunia level consumer versions like Light Bio retail for around $30 to $50, large scale municipal costs are to be determined, but involve zero electricity overhead. So I like to think of this update like transitioning from old school kerosene lamps to LED bulbs, but the bulb is a sunflower. Instead of plugging it into the wall, these plants are plugged into the earth, charging themselves with water and nutrients during the day so they can broadcast a soft, natural Wi-Fi signal of light all night long. So works in any soil-rich environment, currently includes orchids, sunflowers, and lilies. Imagine walking your dog in the park that's naturally illuminated by hedges and flowers rather than harsh, buzzing orange street lamps. There's no indication that any of these things would survive a harsh winter in Canada, so we're probably out of luck for this being our primary access to street lighting, but we might have it in parks and whatnot. What do you think, John?
I'm excited for this. There's a few hidden risks and constraints. So there's obviously genetic modification concerns that people are going to raise. There's the ecological impact, so gene spreading. There's the maintenance unpredictability, and there's the light consistency and lifespan. So I think what this means is that adoption is likely going to be regulated and gradual and not immediate. Do you agree with that, or what are your thoughts? Do you think this could just grow like wildfire?
Well, the one thing that caught me when doing the research is, tourism and the nighttime economy. So yeah. I think it'll grow slowly from a city by city or an infrastructure perspective, but I definitely see nightclubs, village. You walk down the village square where there's a few pubs or things open and it's naturally lit at night for these, because they would invest in these kinds of things as a little community to make it a niche thing. You could see this as a thing at the Royal Botanical Gardens, and even lining plants along their walkway to light it up naturally, just because that's the type of thing it is. So I could see this growing faster at the consumer level than at the municipal level for many reasons.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, maybe it flies under the radar and it's an underground scene first and then takes off from there. But I like this because we're seeing biology used to produce materials, store energy, and now even generate light. And it's expanding what biology can do beyond traditional agriculture or medicine. So I think this is great.
So this uses CRISPR-mediated gene insertion to incorporate the luciferase enzyme. Pardon?
Our favorite, CRISPR, yeah.
CRISPR, yeah. From fireflies and caffeic acid cycle from bioluminescent fungi. Unlike nanoparticle coatings, the light is a metabolic byproduct of the plant's own internal chemistry. So this is a Model T moment for synthetic biology. We are moving from simple genetic modification for food to biological infrastructure for infrastructure. So I'm really wondering where this is going to go. You talked about ecological escape, so I think we've talked about the downside of this. But if you're a hobbyist or if you're a bar looking for a unique hook to get people in, you might want to look at this. We are witnessing the birth of the biological century, where the line between a park and a power plant completely disappears. Would you feel safer walking through a park lit by glowing trees, or does the idea of engineered nature feel a bit too much like sci-fi dystopia? Let us know in the chat.
Tired of drowning in repetitive tasks while your competitors race ahead? Every minute you spend on manual data entry, scheduling, and routine processes is a minute you're not growing your business. Flowgrammer.ca transforms your workflow chaos into seamless automation. We build AI-powered systems that handle your busy work so you can focus on what actually makes you money. Our clients typically save 15 plus hours per week and see their productivity double within 60 days. Visit flowgrammer.ca for a free automation audit. That's flowgrammer.ca. Stop working in your business and start working on it.
What do you got going on, John?
Just plugging away, helping companies with government funding, attending events, probably startup drinks or Flowgrammer events. How about you, Craig?
Lots of stuff going on. I honestly don't know when this is going out. I have to check. I think it's going to go out in April. But there's all sorts of stuff going on. If you don't know about OpenClaw, it's the latest AI automation agent that's taken the world by storm in 2026. And OpenClaw Toronto chapter just launched. And we have all sorts of events going on. So check out openclawto.com. Our first demo night is April 14th. We have a Builder Cafe on April 10th. We have a bunch of other events. There's updates every day. We've deconstructed the latest 2 betas over the weekend that was launched in OpenClaw and what you should do about them. There's a bunch of articles over there. Go check that out. We're also over at flowgrammer.ca, where we do N8N automations. We run the Flowgrammer community and do Builders Hub and connectivity for AI and business automation agents. And for everything else, head over to TorontoStarts, where we hook up startups and investors at our Startup Investor Drinks. We do mentoring, we do workshops, we have a list of investors. There's a whole bunch of content over. You can also book me over there if you want a meeting with me to talk about whatever, help your startup. Check out TorontoStarts.com. But John, if people are looking for non-dilutive funding, where should they go and what is that?
Yeah, non-dilutive funding. We're talking government grants, tax credits. Come find me on LinkedIn if you have any questions. Right now is shred time, SRNED. But come reach out to me too if you've got a startup, if you've got a company. Reach out to me if you have any questions, and if they have company questions about their startup in general, where do they find you, Craig?
Yeah, find me at TorontoStarts.com. But John, just before we go, something's open right now, and it's closing May 31st. Thank you. Can Export. And what?
Yeah. So
what
if
should
you have
people
at
know
least
about that?
300,000 in revenue in the previous year, and you're looking to expand outside of Canada, reach out to me, and we can put together. We can talk about an application for Can Export.
All the links we talked about will be in the show notes, wherever you're watching this. Thanks for watching, everybody. Leave us a comment, give us a like, give us a subscribe. We really appreciate it. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for tuning in to Silicon Scoop. We hope you enjoyed this episode's dive into the latest tech news. Stay connected with John Irwin and the Startup Coach on LinkedIn, and subscribe for more insights and updates. Until next time, stay ahead, stay informed.